Winchester, The House That Ghosts Built is a film that stars Helen Mirren and Jason Clarke. It tells the story of the real-life figure Sarah Winchester, who for 24 hours a day would just have these workers build upon her home. And the whole purpose of doing this was to basically confuse or house these ghosts of the people who died as a cause of the Winchester rifle. And a doctor is hired to see if she is mentally fit to carry on the Winchester business, or if she's going super fucking crazy, in which case she won't be in charge anymore. This is a really, really bad movie. There are some things that work in this movie's favor. The fact that it has Helen Mirren as one of the supporting characters, it gives this movie a little bit of class. You're not following a bunch of really stupid teenagers making terrible decisions. You're following adults, so I guess that's better. But it's a period piece, and the costume design and the production design lend itself to making this film feel a little classier than it should. But the praise really does end there. For like half the film, this movie is incredibly bland and boring. We're introduced to our main character. He arrives and he starts hearing some strange things, and then he finally meets her, and then they start talking about her abilities to hear these ghosts and see them and pick up on their presence.
I feel their presence.
And then it's just rinsing and lathering and repeating. It's just this cycle, and it's all very dull. And then the movie just takes a turn for the illogical and it becomes insane. This is where people start being pulled down the hallway and everybody starts seeing ghosts and children get possessed. It's absolutely hilarious. One of the most amazing things about this film is the amount of jump scares that happen. I literally had a pop-out tally sheet and I counted 22 jump scares. It was fucking amazing! And they're so obvious. You see them coming from a mile away. There's a scene where you see Jason Clarke looking in the mirror, and by itself, it just kind of turns, and he pushes it back, and it turns again, and it's at this empty chair, and he turns the mirror back at his face, and it goes back to the chair again. And he grabs the mirror and he moves it sideways, and on the other side of the mirror is this like stupid little fucking ghost boy. This is like 15 or 20 minutes into the movie. So right off the bat, we know that this character has the ability to see ghosts. After this jump scare, this illogical, stupid, cliche jump scare, he freaks out, realizes that he saw something. He's like, oh, it's just like the poison that I've been drinking. Fuck. He looks back at the chair, and there's this stupid little fucking boy with a pitchfork just sitting in the chair. It's like two ridiculously fucking awful jump scares within 40 seconds of each other. It's really, truly remarkable. I don't feel like Jason Clarke brings a lot of charisma to any of his roles. It's not to say that he's a bad actor. I just don't care about him in like anything. Not until like the very last 20 minutes of this movie do you understand and recognize why he is in like the state of mind that he is. But by that point, it's just like way too fucking late. Maybe if that information had been presented towards the beginning of the film, we would have cared a little bit more, but that wouldn't make this film any better, really. Another big problem is that there's no real style to it. And the fact that this house has so much character to it, and the fact that they really didn't get any sort of interesting perspective on the way that this house was built, it was such a wasted opportunity. The best part in this film is towards the end where they need to put the ghosts to rest. There's one in particular that's like super fucking mad. Anyway, he's the main antagonist, Scary Ghost, and he is about to kill Helen Mirren, but our main character comes into possession of a Winchester rifle. And using this bullet that's very special and important to him, he puts the bullet in the rifle and he shoots the ghost. He shoots the ghost with a gun, and he defeats the evil ghost. And Helen Mirren like stands over him and she's like, he's finally at peace. You shot him. And he's finally at peace. It's so ridiculous. It's nice that the movie kind of like spared us and it wasn't just like this dull, awful, terrible time at the movies. Although it still is. It's not any better because of it. It's not a good movie. It's really, really, really bad. Guys, all in all, Winchester, The House That Ghosts Built is a very bad movie. It has boring, unlikable characters. It's another horror film that insists that it's inspired by these terrifying, real events.
Inspired by
actual events. Yeah, this is the actual movie. This is true. This is real.
But the biggest thing is it's not scary. It's not psychological or disturbing. It's not suspenseful. It isn't thrilling. It's barely even startling because all the jump scares you see are going to happen. And the story of this woman and the house that she is building is infinitely more interesting than anything that happens in this movie. So just don't watch it. That's all I have to say about that.